some breaking news now. These are pictures coming in of the CCTV footage in the case of CCTV footage in the case of Vignesh Custodial. That for the first time, we have the video of the Vignesh, how Vignesh ran for his life. We're playing those videos out, and the video is on our Surface device. We'll just zoom out. We'll please zoom out of the video, and if you zoom out the video, you will see that Vignesh was running for his life. We're just putting out that video right now on your screen, where you can see Vignesh, how he was chased by the police. The police has been under scanner in this particular case. The police, according to the family of Vignesh, they were also offered a bribe. And in this particular video, it's a Republic TV exclusive. And this is a video that we have on our screen right now of the clincher. Where you can see, let me see if Apurva is live, joining us. I'm going to get Apurva as well, on the broadcast, because in this particular video, you can. Apurva is there. I'm going across to Apurva, who will take us through what is going on in this footage, and as we get you more details. Apurva.
Well, we're here at the corner from where exactly this CCTV footage was taken. In fact, this is one of the major roads here in Kelly's, and as you can see from that footage, you can see that Vignesh there is being seen running across the street where two other policemen are chasing him. In fact, in that CCTV footage that we've accessed as well, we can see that one of the cops is trying to throw a stick at his leg, after which Vignesh falls down as well. This CCTV footage, remember, it comes even as there has been a CPCID case. The case has been transferred to CPCID as well. In fact, when we had spoken to the shop owners, they had in fact told that just days after the case has been transferred to the CPCID, the CPCID officials had come there and accessed the CCTV footage and had taken it for further investigation as well. This is one of the main junctions where that horrific incident had taken place there, where Vignesh and Suresh were caught during the current traffic checks that were ongoing. This is a CCTV footage that has been accessed, where in that footage you can see Vignesh over there, who is seen running across the street. In fact, he can be seen running across the street just this way, where he is being charged with a stick following on his feet, following which he had fallen down, and two policemen there escorting him and also hitting him even as he is trying to get up.
Well, absolutely. So, Apurva, they're bringing us all those details with respect to the huge clincher CCTV footage that has been accessed by Republic that shows how Vignesh was tortured, he was chased. This 2 days after the family's confession that we also played out on Republic. Apurva, if you could give us more details of the family's confession that we also played out, in which they said that they were indeed asked to pay bribe to the police.
Well, in fact, the family just 2 days before, that is on Saturday, they had also spoken with us, where the family of Vignesh, they had stated that not only were they offered 1 lakh rupees in two batches, that is 50,000 each for their silence, but also later on, the aunt was also called by the friends and family of Vignesh, were called by allegedly by the police officials, and they were in fact offered almost close to 5 lakh rupees, which the family has refused as well. Suresh currently is still undergoing treatment at the hospital, but we are also learning that from Suresh's mother, in fact, we are learning that he has been shifted back from the GH where he had been admitted earlier this morning. The mother has no whereabouts as to where Suresh has been shifted. Remember, Suresh and Vignesh, both of them had been here at Kelly's, and they were caught during one of these police checks that had taken place on 19. The CCTV footage also shows the same, where one of the Vignesh can be seen running across the street, possibly trying to escape from being hit by officials there, and you can see two policemen who are running back right behind him with sticks and charging at him.
Well, absolutely, Apurva. And this is not the first instance that a custodial case has been reported from Chennai. In fact, if you could tell us more, if there's been any reaction, any response from the state government officials as well. Apurva, just stay with us. In fact, I'm told we are being joined by a guest right now. We have Amar Prasad Reddy also joining us on the broadcast. Sir, what do you have to say about the clincher CCTV footage that we are playing out on our screens right now, in which we can see Vignesh being chased by the police? In fact, we also played out that soundbite of the family as well, where they said that they were asked to pay bribe to the police as well.
Yes, in Tamil Nadu, if you see, the police and law and order is completely out of order. In fact, this is not the first incident happening in Tamil Nadu. This is frequently in the last 8 months. The regular events are happening like this, custodial death. And the DGP of Tamil Nadu Police is more into public stunts, but he has to focus on the law and order. If you see in recent days, even a lady, going to the collector office, she is fighting for her rights. This is happening regularly, and on a humanitarian ground, whatever happened here in Chennai is completely against to the constitution, and it has to be taken to serious note.
Well, absolutely, sir. And this also demands a some statement also from the Chief Minister himself of Tamil Nadu, because there is stony silence, I believe, till now. There's no word absolutely from the state officials. Let me, sir, thanks for giving us your thoughts on that. Let me again go across to Apurva, who's been bringing us all the updates on that story. Apurva, if you could tell us more on whether there's been any word from the state officials, because these are some very grave allegations that we're talking about here, a case of custodial death that is coming to light from Chennai.
Well, the state officials have said that the CBCID inquiry has been put in. In fact, officials here have already been set in place where they are looking into all possible visuals and all possible evidences that they can get from even any kind of CCTV footage or any other phone records or any other kind of information that they can source. A special team has also been set in place. This even as, Suresh, another person who was along there with Vignesh, is currently been receiving treatment at the hospital. We had also spoken to Suresh's mother there, who she had also informed us that when she had gone to see Suresh there at the government hospital, his entire body had been a bandage. She says there had been a bandage there on his head, and his leg had been swollen, she alleges. Not only that, she also said that even as she had tried to speak with Suresh, the 4 police officers who were there by Suresh's bedside, she says that they did not even let him have a proper conversation with his mother. And they also went on to, she also goes on to state that these officials were continuously there interrupting her, and they had also asked her to go outside. They said, 2 minutes, you've spoken to your son, that's enough, leave from here, is what she also alleges the police officials had said. Not only that, Vignesh's family out there, even as they are trying to see how better access they can get and they can receive from this, they are still being intimidated, is what they allege by the police. They are also saying they had been removed forcefully from their residence there here in Kilpauk, and not only that, not only had they been in Patnampakam, where they had been forcefully removed from their residence because the house owner of their house had been allegedly harassed by the police. But they also claim that they are now living in a secure place, and all of their cell phones have been switched off with no means of communication, because they allege that they have been continuously receiving calls from Vignesh's friends and family of them allegedly, of officials allegedly telling them that they will give them money for their silence.
Well, Apurva, just stay with us, and if you could just take us through some of the details of the visuals we are playing out on our screens right now, in which we can clearly see Vignesh being dragged, beaten and chased by the police. If you could just talk to us about the visuals we are playing on our screens right now.
Well, the visuals that you can see is of what had happened in the wee hours of 19th over there. In the visual as well, you can see one person over there who is running and coming across the street, followed by two policemen out there who are running behind him. In fact, you can also see how they threw in the visual, you can see how a stick or a lathi is being thrown at the person who's running his feet as well, forcing him to fall down. Not only that, in the visuals you can also see the police who are hitting him even as the person is trying to get up and stabilize himself. That is the visuals that you can see there. This even as Vignesh and Suresh, both of them had been caught for what is believed to be a simple traffic check. In fact, if my video journalist can just pan, that is the traffic check post where the checks continuously happen here. These checks, even as you see barricades and the police booth that is currently here at the main junction here in Kilpok, and with the traffic checks that is currently happening at a regular and a repeated basis. This is one of the CCTV footages that we have procured where you can clearly see how in the visuals you can see a man who is said to be Vignesh is running across the street, and two other policemen who are following him and hitting them.
Yes. Well, Apurva, keep tracking all the details on that story. So that's the CCTV footage, exclusive CCTV footage that we have accessed, the final moments before Vignesh's death, where you can see he's being chased by the police. He's being dragged, beaten and chased by the police there. And the visuals there on your screens, viewers, the final moments before Vignesh's death. The family also claiming an attempt to bribe. In fact, we spoke just a few days back to the family members of Vignesh as well, who alleged, who made a grave allegation against the state officials there, who said that there was an attempt by the police to be bribed. Apurva, if you are still with us, give us more details as to the word that is coming in now from the family members, because just some days back we also spoke to them. They told us about the bribe they were asked to pay to the state officials.
Well, when we were speaking with the family, in fact, Vignesh's family alleges that not only were they given two parcels, two envelopes with 50,000 in cash on separate accounts, but they were also being called by their friends and families, where they were, their friends and families, they allege, insisted them on taking additional money as well, telling them that this will keep them good for a while. That is what is the statement that the family alleges. Not only that, they had also been forcibly removed from their house where they were tenants, is what the family alleges. Not